please welcome Ben, my fiance, and Rich, Galen's boyfriend. Yay!
Yay!
Thanks, guys. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah.
You had to drag your asses on here. You just couldn't wait to come on.
They didn't even want to be here. Lame. Just kidding.
No, I always want
No,
to
they're
be
peeking right now. Okay. This is the most famous they'll ever be. Anyway. So, delving into each your men, I was going to call you boys, but you're not. Delving into each man's little, own scenario where Rich kind of just entered the world of Chili because his page had already been well established. And to Ben's different perspective, where he got Lumi with me and then watched Lumi's page grow. So talking about those different stories, kind of, how they felt during it, just the differences of each situation. But Rich, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to put you right on the spot. I know you're thrilled. Was that scary, just like meeting someone on Hinge and then like meeting their dog and being like, I feel like a second person? Or was it like natural? I don't know. Like what was the feeling?
I wouldn't say it was scary. It was, I've always wanted to see kind of what they did in the social media world and like how all that kind of stuff worked. So I'd say more so interesting than anything else. I don't know. It was cool seeing how she does everything and how all that kind of stuff works.
What did you think when you saw multiple pictures of a girl with her dog on my profile?
I don't know. In the world that we live in today, I feel like it's not like abnormal to see social media.
But it wasn't social media.
Oh, that profile.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I was excited. I definitely would have loved to have met. Like I said in the initial conversations, I think there was no promises that I wouldn't steal her dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get 2 for the price of 1. Like that's
like literally
great.
what his initial message said. It was like,
no way. I didn't know that.
It was like, if we match, I can't promise it's like not about your dog or something.
Yeah. Well, I think I said I can't promise I won't steal your dog.
That's so cute.
I mean, kind of.
I love possible kleptomania. Oh my God. It's adorable. We got ours is a little different. I mean, Ben didn't even want the dog.
Well, also backtrack. I mean, we've talked about it before, but you guys were together 1,000 years before. So
1,000 years, yeah.
So like you've already experienced it without a dog versus like our relationship has been with only a dog. And hopefully never without one.
Yeah.
But because Chili's gonna live forever. That's why. But yeah, Jackie shared on the podcast multiple times how you did not want a dog. And she practically forced you and said, we're not going to be together if you don't get one.
It's like confrontational. Jackie's talked about you a lot.
I mean, if you listen to the podcast, you would know. So,
yeah.
Did you just say yes so you could stay together?
No, I mean, maybe part of it. No, honestly, I had always wanted a dog at some point. Like, I didn't grow up with any pets. I never like had a dog, and then like Jackie
not even
grew up
a cat or a rabbit.
No, nothing. Like, I think my sister had like a fish at one point, but that was really it. Like, we've had nothing. Like my family growing up was just not a animal pet family. But like Jackie and I started dating when we were 16, and then I got to kind of know like her childhood dog, and then like
Bubba, R.I.P.
Yeah, Bubba, and then her, second family dog, and then our third family dog, who are all Goldens. And that is kind of where I think like I started to realize that I wanted to have a dog when we got older. Because like I feel like I'd never really like been around it seriously. Like when I was younger, I didn't really know what that experience was going to be like.
Remember how you used to pet dogs?
Yeah, you had to like teach me how to like pet.
Oh my God, it was amazing, guys. Literally like this. Okay, pretend the microphone is, if you're watching on YouTube, the microphone is the dog's head. Ben would have his palm flat like this and go up and down on the dog's head. Like that was how he pet dogs. Like
what dog's reaction
good.
probably were like squinting, like, oh,
Bubba was like, what the actual fuck is going on? And am I being like abducted by aliens? Like, why?
who is this
Yeah, I don't know,
ginger
so,
man smacking me on the head?
Yeah. So I think like that's like, I think Jackie's like probably like that's like one of the things that she's like brought to me is just like being like an animal person, and something that like I wasn't before, but something that like you like exposed me to like in obviously a good way. So yeah, it was like really nice, and now like obviously we love having a dog, and we're already thinking about getting another dog eventually, and then like more.
Another and another and another. No, I think the question though, you were like, you were scared.
Oh yeah, I was scared. I was hesitant because like I didn't really know what it was gonna be like, and obviously it is like a decent amount of work. And I thought, is this gonna like get in the way of us wanting to do things? Like we were like what 23 or 24 when you got Lumi?
23, yeah.
23. So like we weren't like that old where like we had been like living on our own for that long or anything like that. Like we were relatively young to get a dog together. So obviously I was like a little bit worried and scared about like, obviously there's a lot of responsibility that comes with having a dog, and
Yeah.
like were we too young and not ready for it or anything like that.
I was 23 when I got Chili, though. I feel like that's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
common.
but you and I aren't normal.
Yeah, right. No, that's great. I mean, like honestly, like I can't. Lumi being a puppy was like really hard. I think also.
Oh my God.
Like,
We talked about it.
We talked about that one.
yeah, we've talked about. You guys have talked about that, and like,
Such a hard pup.
and I think that was like made like the whole process like hard too. Because I've also like heard like horror stories about like puppies, and I was like nervous about that too.
Yeah. Rich, how were you nervous about, I don't know, like, were you ever nervous about like taking on the responsibilities of Chili as you guys got more and more serious over the first year? Like, not that it was ever thrust on you, because I know Galen was always like super cognizant and conscious of not putting Chili's needs on you, but like, was that ever something you were nervous about? Because I don't know, have you grown up with dogs? Like, I don't know why I don't know that.
Yeah, no, I grew up most of my life with dogs. When I was really young, our dog's name was Rookie. And then throughout high school and stuff, our dog's name was Bo, which he was awesome. But I guess back to what you're saying, I was never really nervous now. I think, I don't know, like you said, Galen did a pretty good job at not like thrusting anything on me. And I already had the experience of having dogs before. And I don't know, I guess it came a bit easier, which was nice.
I was actually just thinking the other day, like the first time Rich met Chili, we were talking about it the other day for some reason, our 4th date, I think. And
it wasn't on the first date?
The first date? No.
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was on the first date.
No, the 4th date. And it was when I was living at my mom's, and I remember like we had planned, obviously he was going to meet Chili, one, because he was coming to my house, but then we were going to the park with him and going to take pictures and stuff. But Chili like ran outside, and obviously Chili's an angel, but I was thinking the other day about what I was thinking then, and I was wondering if you were going to think like, oh, what the fuck is this dog going to be like? Like, even though Goldens are notoriously happy and silly,
Friendly.
yeah, I just wondered if he was like, oh, is this dog going to be so annoying or a dick?
Yeah, no, I never wondered that, but I mean, I guess that adds to like how it was jumping into all of it. Was like Chili's not a normal dog in terms of he's the like kindest, like most human dog I've ever met before. So it was pretty easy to it's pretty easy to get along with that.
And then the day after that,
Jesus.
let me see if it's right here. This picture.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's one of my favorite pictures I ever took. It was the first time. Was that the first time I met Chili?
No, I'm saying this is the day right after.
Oh,
he didn't take pictures, but this picture he took of him.
Oh my God, I remember when Galen showed me, if you're watching on YouTube, Rich is a like gifted photographer, like takes pictures of Chili and Galen all the time. And Galen just showed the first picture that Rich took of Chili. It's like angelic. It looks like he has a freaking halo on his head.
And he asked to post it on his Instagram, and I was like, is this official?
Oh, and then didn't I make fun of Rich's profile picture and he changed it?
Oh yeah,
That was so good.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
no pressure.
Sorry,
What
Rich.
was the
Yeah.
picture before?
like my turban thing.
Oh, with the yeah. You just
Well,
looked
not
like a
turban,
turtle.
but I
Like
was
I remember,
wearing
I was like, Rich, what the fuck is
winter-
this? Like, why do you look like a
winter,
turtle coming out
shawl.
of its shell? Little turtle.
It's because it's so small on Instagram.
Yeah, it was really small. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Rich. I'm such a bitch. Anyway, Rich, when obviously, you know, you first discovered, which was when you first started dating, the whole social media side of Chili and Galen and how she does it full time. I don't know, I guess, had you ever been exposed to that before? And what did you think? And as you got more and more involved, because like I had just said, you take a lot of pictures of Chili also for the Instagram page. But I don't know, like, was it ever intimidating or exciting? And do you ever want to get more involved with it? Because I know like you also are just into photography in general and like always put your stuff out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would probably say I've never really been exposed to it before. I've never like dated anyone or like been friends with anyone even really that did all the social media stuff. But at the same time, photography and all that and videography is one of my bigger hobbies. And I think that was the best, or one of the best parts of it all was I got like an outlet to do photography. I never had a subject or anything like that before. I would just try and like figure out what I wanted to take photos of. But now with Chili, I always have something to take photos of, which is nice. But
It turns out perfect every time.
sometimes. But besides that, my job and all that stuff, I mean, it definitely takes up a significant amount of my time, like 12 hours a day or something like that. So doing other stuff on top of it is not always the easiest thing, but at the same time, I don't know, I like doing it as a hobby, and I've tried like posting more to my own social media, but if I start making a job out of some things, then it's when I tend to start not liking it as much. So sometimes I like just keeping things to hobbies as opposed to like trying to monetize it.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like that's a lot of people too. I know like you kind of feel similarly, but also like you wouldn't do photography.
Yeah.
Where are you going with that? I don't know. I was trying to be, you know what? I was trying to be nice and relate it, but you know what? Ben just wouldn't do that.
Yeah, Ben, it's
fucking
just
period.
like you because you're an amazing photographer.
Yeah, because you know how much I love taking pictures.
All right, you know, guys, just fucking, I'll just shut the fuck up. Anyway.
No, Ben is excited to be a part of you, I feel like, on the sidelines, and not in a bad way, like in a supportive sidelines way. Like you've probably talked about it on the podcast, how he has your Instagram login and he checks and looks at everything, and he's like, did you see her post today? It's so cute.
No, literally, wait, didn't last week you texted, or 2 weeks ago, you sent me Galen and Chili's reel of, it was like them at their old house or something, and you were like, oh, this is so cute. Like, he'll send me videos of my friends, but I also see them, so that's why it's funny. Like,
Yeah.
I'm obviously on Instagram,
Mhm.
and Ben will resend them to me and be like, oh, this is a really cute post that she did today.
But
And I'm like, I know.
And also, you're giving us the share.
Yeah, there you go. You're welcome.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually funny, like I don't even have my own Instagram, so I actually just use like Lumi's Instagram on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and I use that. So
Oh, that's
thanks,
funny.
Jackie, for letting me do that.
We're still trying to make him his own Instagram, by the way. It's like a campaign for 2025.
He
I
doesn't
say it all
need
the
it.
time.
He's featured on 2 of your platforms,
Mhm.
and now BarkChat.
It's true.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about? I mean, I know how you feel about it, but tell the people how you feel about it.
I mean, obviously, I think it's great, like what Jackie's been able to do and accomplish, like in the last few years, like with all the Lumi and social media and everything around that. It's something that like when Jackie like wanted to start this, like I didn't really know where it was going to end up, and it wasn't something that like I didn't really see the vision, to be honest, I guess. So I don't know if I was always the most encouraging in the jump with Jackie about it.
Like at what
But-
point? Like the straight
Like-
up beginning, or even when she started posting more regularly? Like straight up.
Like straight up in the beginning, like because I just felt like it was like a lot of time investment, and like she wasn't getting anything like out of it in a sense. And then, but like obviously, that's changed a lot, and like she's grown it to a point where there's like obviously this great community, and then it's obviously a full-time job, and you're like able to create a lot of content that you love and put people through it, which is great. But like initially, like, yeah, I didn't really understand it because I was never really the type of person to be like on social media that much. So I wasn't really
And you
like
didn't
that
have
familiar
dogs.
with it.
So you're like, what the fuck is dog Instagram?
Yeah, exactly. It was like if you do like a Venn diagram of like the things I'm interested in, like
Yeah.
dog, social media is probably like the furthest outside of what I had previously been doing.
Like, I don't even know what dog Instagram is still. Like, we're still figuring it out.
Would you say that you were a hater, or you were just like don't understand?
No, I don't think I was a hater. I just don't think like I didn't like understand where it could get to, and like because I didn't see it, and I also just didn't see a path to get there, so I just like didn't understand why she was really like doing it at the start. But then obviously like she showed me like, oh, look at this, I did this, and then like, you know, stuff started happening, and it was like, oh wow, this is actually really cool. Like this is actually great. Like I don't know why I was not like more encouraging at the start.
I think a lot of it is like you said, you were never on social media before Lumi, or like before we started dating. Like, I don't even know what influencers you followed. Like, none. Like, you just never got the world of it because you never put yourself in it, not just trying to be in it, but like watch it.
Yeah. No, I get that. I mean, you have a completely different story as far as the timeline of you starting, like growing faster than me in a certain period of time, but also starting at a later time in like the years. And I didn't even know what dog Instagram. I knew who Tucker was because of YouTube, but I made an Instagram just because I didn't have my personal Instagram anymore, and I didn't want to be like an Insta baddie posting pictures of myself. And I thought, what else do you use a personal Instagram for? So I did it for Chili. And so I do understand what you're saying. And the only reason I knew what dog Instagram was after making a dog Instagram, not dog Instagram for dog Instagram community, like dog space Instagram. I was like, all the people that's like recommending to follow, I was like, holy shit, there's like 1 million dogs on here. What the hell? But it was
There's like an actual world.
Yeah, but it was a lot of people who just got dogs during lockdown and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like there probably was some sort of community, but nothing to the extent. So you were probably seeing it, Jackie, because you were on social media, this like rise of dog stuff and videos probably popping up on your feed. And then Ben is like, what?
Yeah. No, I mean, I feel like especially when we were just starting, we weren't in New York City. We were in Seattle. So we were also just in a completely different location and living a totally different lifestyle. Just like, I really wasn't even aware of the whole world that it could be. Like, it could take up your whole feed. Like, I didn't know that, honestly. And shout out to these two creators because I followed them on YouTube, I think, also, and I think Instagram before, Coconut Rice Bear and Maya Polar Bear, like two Samoyeds. Remember, we used to watch them? Oh my God, they were so cute.
Remember the Korean Mocha Milk?
Mocha Milk, oh my God, yeah. But now he went from not knowing anything about dog Instagram to me forcing him to be in the videos. Sneak peek at the video I post on Lumi's page.
That was so funny.
Today. But Rich was recently in an ad. How did that feel? That was so good. I loved the voiceover.
Yeah, we tried making it a little bit satirical at first, and then they didn't like it. But yeah, definitely a little bit out of my comfort zone, but it I don't know, worked out well.
The acting skills are like, they're pretty good.
I was in an ad last year too.
I don't know if I was.
You were in an ad for your own company.
Oh yeah, Ben was in an ad.
They didn't even pay you.
That.
No, she shouldn't. Remember
for Amazon. Remember when Ben? It was an Amazon ad for. It was last August 2024, and Ben came in with a box, and he was like, Jackie, like, yeah, when are you gonna clear all these boxes?
My awful acting.
I can't say that your acting skills are pretty good, Ben. I can't lie.
I don't think it's very good at all, so no worries.
I do think that it's exactly your personality, but it's not like like Rich was definitely having to put on a like a not a character.
Like he put on his big boy pants and was like,
but I kept being
I'm dog dad. I'm going to call in the prescription from Chewy. Like
when he was doing the voiceover.
Contact your vet for prescription approval today.
Where was
Holy
that?
shit.
You're about to do an accent.
it was like John Hamm.
But when he was doing the voiceover for it, like obviously that part he just spoke it into the phone. He kept like doing voice. I'm like, that's not even your voice. What are you doing?
He was
Like,
doing
that's
like
normal.
Batman's voice.
What?
He was doing like Batman's voice. Could you imagine like
Contact your vet today.
like just like I could
No,
so
he just kept
see him.
doing like dramatic pauses, and I'm like, when did you ever talk like that? It would be like,
Voice.
I know, but it
That's
was
my
so-
ad voice.
It was so delayed, like nobody. It's like the man version of an influencer. Like, okay, so today we're going to the Star. Oh my god!
I would die to be in a room just to listen to Rich do his ad voice.
Chili is like making these insane demonic noises. Sorry,
Is he
bud.
okay? He probably doesn't like that no one's paying attention to him. He's like, why the
No,
hell?
he's sleeping. He's just like,
Okay, well. Anyway, back from that weird anyway. Were you ever nervous to be in that video, Rich? Like, were you like, I don't know if I want to do this. Like, this is really not what I signed up for.
No, I mean, a little bit nervous doing it, but it's all the stuff I do for work, and like I've been doing a lot of bigger presentations lately that like I have panic attacks before, so it kind of prepares me for the smaller things in life, I guess.
It's also, whoa, that was deep. It's also, I don't know why I said that. I feel like it's also a lot easier, and you and Ben can tell me if I'm wrong. Me and Galen have talked about this before. It's much easier when you don't know people are watching you. Of course they are, because you're seeing the views go up and you're posting it online, but you're not in front of a live audience. You're not seeing people's reactions and their faces to watching the video.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that
well,
is-
even I have like a constant disconnection. We've talked about that even though I see the numbers, I constantly have to remember like what that number would look like in physical form. And then that's the thing that I'm like, oh shit, like, I don't know if I would be able to do that. And that's the point. I wouldn't be able to do that. So that's why I do social media. And that's like the same breath of saying that is the same reason why people leave hate comments and they're like, it's behind a screen. Like it's so much disconnection that you're not actually accounting for these people being real people. Like less people leave comments or send us messages, they're literally like not real people in my head, even though they obviously are. Like they're just views and likes,
and a username,
unless they're engaging and saying something to you, it just is just a number growing.
Yeah. Like do you ever feel nervous to be in a video?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think more initially when we started it, I felt like I had to be so serious on camera, and I just felt like they couldn't. Like, I don't know, I'm not on the pages too much because I just didn't really want to be.
Yeah, I feel like you would be like, now I don't want to.
Right, and I feel like I didn't really want to like have something public that was, show me and maybe like a unprofessional, like a not like flattering view. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I used to be like pretty nervous and just like basically not be on camera at all. But now I feel like I don't really care.
Ben has been in.
What's that?
How many videos do you think they've been in? Like other than just like candid.
Like I can count on one hand probably.
Like probably like 5 videos, honestly. There was a couple of videos that were like specifically about me, but and then like some random videos I'll be like just kind of hanging out, or like I'll be in your story doing something.
Hanging out. Creeper in the background.
A lot. But I didn't give you any credit for being a good photographer, but you do help with videos like a lot of the time.
Yeah, I feel like
every day.
most of the videos I'm the one filming it. So
yeah.
Because like a lot of your videos are not like things that you can really film yourself, especially like if you're outside, like, with me in the backpack or going somewhere like out in New York City. Even stuff in the apartment sometimes I'm helping film. which I kind of like doing, and kind of like helping you get the right shot and right angles and lighting and everything like that. So
Do you
it's
get
kind of
annoyed when
fun.
she's like, no, I have to do it again? You have to come home and I have to do it now.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you know that I do that?
I talk to you all the time.
That's true. I'm really annoying. I'm like too much of a perfectionist. That's something that I have to. That's like my 2025 New Year's resolution. It like nothing has to be perfect, and I'll like we've talked about this. I'll send Galen like 5 different versions, and she'll be like, "Jackie, they're all the same." Like even like half a millisecond that's like cut out.
Whenever you posted the wolf ball one, and you were like, I changed it from what I last showed you, and I was like, here we go again. Don't know what it is.
It's so funny. But I feel like with starting out for like on Instagram for any page, no matter what it is, even if it's a couple's page, dog page, a Lego page, if you will, a Lego page. I don't know what you guys do. It's just so hard, especially to do it with someone, because you have to just be on not only on the same schedule, but have kind of like a clear vision. And I feel like since Chili's page has obviously taken off and is Galen's full-time job, it's like, and also Rich works like literally 24 million hours a day. It's obviously hard to like restart an entire page. Like I remember we've talked about doing stuff like when you're making an Instagram or whatever, when I'm trying to convince Ben to, he's like, I just don't have the time. Like I don't even know what I would do. Like we're just so busy with Loomies.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't seem like it seems impossible, even though we've both done it, if that makes sense.
I think like from what I've learned from your guys and like one of your other podcasts was that it's all about like repetition and like repeatedly uploading
Consistency.
videos consistently all the time. Which if I usually don't, there's not enough daylight for me during the week to do like video or get any like content and all that stuff. And then during the weekend, I end up working a lot of days during the weekend. And so that only leaves like a day or two a week to get everything we would need to post videos every single day of the week, which typically, I don't know, I feel like it would be difficult to make that work.
Yeah. But also we were doing pretty good, or at least on our couples account, up until the winter. And I hate the winter. And then both of us are more like doing outdoorsy things during the summertime, and when it's warmer and Chili's outside, it's just easier to, I think, film content, unless we did stuff in our home and we thought of multiple ideas for it. But ultimately, it seems that every single time that we ever tried to make a video, Chili was involved in it, which was obviously Chili's important, but that wasn't the point. It was supposed to be for us, and it just ended up because he's in our lives. It's like, okay, well, I'm already making these videos for Chili. Might as well just post on Chili's because it's freaking cute.
I mean, it's like so easy to use it, not as an out, but I feel like I've been trying to get my personal Instagram page going, and I'll still post stuff of Lumi, and I'm like, wait, why? No, this is not that place for that. Like I have to separate it.
He's your dog, so it's part of your life, but it's not.
I don't want it to be like on that page as much. And you're right. Like it is, once you have that in your mind, I mean, it's Rich said it exactly, like they're perfect subjects for photography, videography, like everything. And like once you have one, it's kind of like, well, what else do you take pictures and videos of? Like that's, I mean, just of us doing it for so long at this point. Rich, I'm gonna hit you with a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about getting another dog with Galen? Kind of like as a fresh little baby,
not somebody else.
Yeah, I thought of getting one on my own, and then
oh, that's true. You're right. Yeah, like Galen wouldn't be allowed to touch it or like snuggle it or feed it. Like it would be.
No, actually, on that, I mean, the one thing we did talk about actually was if we did get one, possibly having it be like a work, or like him coming to work with me every day, kind of being like an office dog, which I would love. It kind of boosts morale in the office. But that the logistics of that, I feel like wouldn't pan out necessarily. So the difficult part is if we did get another one, that it would be Galen kind of having to take care of 2 dogs throughout the entire day. And then, so yeah, I don't know. It kind of all depends on the timing, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
probably
fair.
I mean, if it comes down to like a good time, it's fine with me. Like I'm not dying to get another one. If I was, we probably would have one, and I'd be like, yeah, I'll do it. But also, like logistically at the lake, I mean, like thinking back to when Chili was a puppy and all the things that lined up to make him perfect little angel. Certainly wasn't living right by the water where he could jump in as a puppy 24/7 with no fenced-in areas, our lovely neighbors, like all the things, right by a busy street, like, you know, all those things.
That's fair, but an office dog would be really cute.
Yeah.
But she also asked what breed.
Oh yeah, what breed? Would you get a golden or what?
I don't know. I think a golden would be cool. If not,
classic.
What was the other one we were talking about? Yeah, if not, Bernese Mountain Dog probably.
The two
I love those dogs.
are the world's best dog right now on the Puberty or Instagram.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit, by the way. That's bullshit because the Dalmatian beat the Samoyed, and I'm like not okay. I'm gonna have to talk to a lot of people.
No, that is fucked up. But I said that I don't think a lot of people know what a Samoyed is.
Yeah, I'm honestly like I'm gonna pillage. Like I'm a little.
And I feel like Dalmatians, like 100 or more Dalmatians, they're like known as the firefighter dog. Like nobody knows that they're assholes usually.
Yeah, meanwhile, my cute little dumb baby just doesn't know what hit him. He just got voted out of a competition. He didn't deserve it.
I don't think he even knows. He doesn't know and doesn't care.
Let me just like focus on like inhaling and exhaling.
You have talked to us about getting another dog, and I know Ben would be excited to, but the breed decision, are you revealing that here? And if so, why that one? If not, next question.
I don't know if we've even really 100% settled on a breed decision.
Wait, what? Wait, are we getting in a fight right now? What are you talking about?
No, I think like we're like 90% settled. But I don't know if we're 100%.
I'm pretty sure I've heard 100.
Okay.
I said 99.9, and the only 1% is like when we would get it. So this is news. I'm confused.
It's like that static noise goes off, and it's like.
So what's the 99.9%?
What? What's the breed? The 99.9%.
Ooh, I don't know if we should say. I think we should keep that a surprise because apparently we're only 90% sure.
No, I think we're pretty sure.
No, yeah, we are.
I mean,
all the viewers are gonna be like, "Oh shit!"
They're not. They never fight. So don't worry, guys.
No, fighting is not even in my vocabulary. Just kidding. It's very normal for couples to fight.
So level-headed and calm to Ben at 24/7.
We're having just a little disagreement, but I think we're pretty sure.
No, we are. That's what 90% is. Pretty sure.
Anyway,
before you got Lumi, what breed did you think Jackie was going to want? A golden, probably?
Well, I knew she wanted a Samoyed because she told me about every day that she wanted a Samoyed. But like if she didn't tell me that, I would have guessed golden just because she grew up with those and that was like her favorite dog from growing up. But I think Jackie's probably told you, Gil, and I'm not sure if she's talked on the podcast, but like why she wanted a Samoyed in the first place. But like, yeah, basically, as soon as we started dating, she always told me it was going to be a Samoyed.
Oh, because that when I was 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we when we moved to Seattle, we like ran into Samoyeds on the street. Jackie would like stalk them and like try and follow them and be like, "Can I pet your dog?"
Okay. You don't have to make it sound weird. I didn't just. And by the way, the people that I stalked, we're very good friends with them now. Okay. This was making me sound like I should like have a record. Like,
I mean, it was a little weird, but it's okay. You really like Samoyeds. That's the point.
All right. Well,
wait. Does Ben actually know? Like, just to really add fuel to the fire, does Ben actually know about your cat obsession thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm glad to know that one's known.
But you also know that Jackie's allergic to cats.
No. I used to be definitely allergic.
Jackie, what?
I need it. Like I used to. So I have an EpiPen.
She really wants a cat also, but she's also allergic to cats, so we're not getting.
So I started to get allergy shots so that I can get one.
She's literally brought up somebody else's cat who owns their cat so many times saying, "I want this cat." And I'm like, Okay. And she's like, no, this this person's cat that they have and own.
Yeah, when
That's
Jackie's
not for
like,
sale or adoption.
when Jackie gets like fixated on something, like in a good way, you have like your mind set on something and you're like very focused and like
That is
pursuing
really
your goals.
roasting you.
Rich, could you roast Galen or something? Like, why have you just been sitting there?
Wait, I don't think that's a roast. I think that's
I
a
have no input
compliment,
on
first
this.
of all.
When you say fixated, that means like, oh, you should probably go see someone about that.
No, it's
No,
like
it's
you,
just
you,
doing that.
you set your goal and then you strive to complete it, and you don't get, there's like, even if there's setbacks or whatever, you still like,
I visualize fixation as like,
I think we need a code word to stop. It's going to be pineapple. Okay, pineapple.
no, don't do that. That's like the swingers thing.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say puberty, but I don't like how that sounds. And I also don't like that page anymore. Rich, why don't we move on to you?
It's okay.
Like, are there any things that you don't love about the social media life? Like, do you ever get little, I don't know, like annoyances in your head? Or are you like, I'm chill?
No, I mean, out of all like the execution of doing all the social media stuff, no, none of it really bothers me. I guess the online personas do, like the other people that are kind of like sticking their nose where it shouldn't be and saying disgusting stuff. That's kind of very weird to me. And I don't know, I've always been agitated and wondered how somebody can go online and then just type and say the things that they do to somebody they have never met before. It's very weird to me.
Okay, motherfucking Teresa.
Is it not weird to you? What people say?
No, it is.
She just wants to roast you.
Just the way that.
where does that come from?
Because Rich is like so perfect. He's like, I want everyone to have world peace and I want world hunger to be eliminated, as well as all the litter off the streets. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Like, that's what Rich sounded like. Meanwhile, you're like, yeah, when Jackie gets fixated on something, she goes psycho and wants a cat that she's deathly allergic to.
Oh, you're not
Pretty much he's
understanding what I
just
was
saying in a nice professional way that I get too many fake comments and inappropriate messages.
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, back to the cat. I am very allergic and I just dream of one and Ben won't let me freaking get one, which I think is just this. I
It's
don't
all
know.
your
Like,
fault. Her allergy and not getting one.
It's my fault.
remember that Airbnb in Scotland?
Yeah, we went to an Airbnb. Did you?
No, I booked the place.
Yeah, because you demanded that we stay there because they had a cat and she wanted to like hang out with the cat, even though she knew she was allergic.
Wait, so I booked the Airbnb without telling Ben there was a cat.
So we get there, and obviously there's a cat there, and I'm like, why is there a cat? And then Jackie starts sneezing a lot, and I'm like, are you okay? She's like, oh, it's just probably my cat allergy. And I don't think I knew at that point you were allergic to cats. So I was like, what? And then, of course, she's sneezing so much. She wakes up in the middle of the night because she has to sneeze.
Well, I'm also wheezing. Like, I can't breathe.
Yeah. And the bed was up against the wall. So she's like lying like next to the wall on the bed. And she sneezes so hard that she has like a compulsion and she like smacks her nose against the wall like mid sneeze and then starts bleeding all over the sheets of this Airbnb.
Like gushing blood.
That bloody nose because she's allergic to cats and she chose to stay in a place that had cats. So,
See, that's your
there you
future.
go.
If
So
you
that's why I don't want a cat.
feel someone
Wait,
else.
and then
like
the best part is then we called, it was like 4 a.m, by the way, in Scotland. So then we called Ben's mom. Sharon, if you're listening to this, I love you. We called Ben's mom and we're like, I'm scared I broke my nose. And she was like, okay, well, so I'm in New York and I can't do anything for you.
We didn't explain my mom's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that
His
was
mom's a
my-
doctor. We just like call his mom to be like, Mommy. No, his mom's a doctor, but she still couldn't do anything for us, no matter what, even if she was or wasn't. Yeah. And now I'm not allowed to book the Airbnbs whenever we go away.
I really love how he has been using these words for you, like demanding, fixated. Fucking
Guys,
crazy.
I promise we're in love.
No, they're
Right,
about to
Ben?
get married.
I'm not a professional podcaster. Sorry, I'm choosing bad vocabulary.
we're in love, right? You never answered that question.
I didn't hear you say that. No, I didn't say that.
Rich, do something mean. Do anything. You're just too innocent and nice.
Ask him a pointed question. He'll be honest.
No, Galen's perfect. I can't. Okay, actually, I have one. Are there any downside? Wait, let me start over. Are there any downsides to having a dog that you didn't raise? Like, are you ever annoyed that, oh, there's dirt, or I have to walk him at night, or oh, he just, shit the bed? Not that he's ever shit the bed, but like, I don't know, threw up on the bed.
He does jizz in the bed.
Yeah.
Oh God, Jesus!
What?
By accident.
The hair definitely took getting used to. I guess all of our past dogs never, like, they didn't shed very much. They were like very short-haired dogs. And so that took some getting used to. I'm used to it now, I guess. It's just kind of
like you pulled golden hair
always be around
out of your ass crack, and you were like, "Oh shit, Galen, like the damn dog."
Exactly.
He gets it stuck to his chin and mustache a lot.
Yeah. Other than that, though, yeah, I mean, I guess like the having to wake up when it's 15 degrees out and go outside because Chili won't go outside by himself. That gets a little bit much sometimes, but other than that, not too much.
He has like a whole other list he doesn't want to share.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, it's okay. I mean,
easygoing.
I also think it's just a lot easier having a dog in the suburbs compared to the city. Like, obviously, there's pros and cons, but of course, it's really nice that you can just like walk outside, Chili can go potty, and you have a beautiful view of the lake. Where I walked outside this morning, and Lumi tried to say hi to a crackhead. So obviously,
You didn't let him?
no, of course not. Lumi would, like, if Lumi's too nice, where like if the crackhead was like, you want to do some stuff together, Lumi would be like, yeah, I don't want to leave you out. Like,
Maybe if he interacted with Lumi, he would stop doing crack. He would be like, what is this dumb creature? I think I should stop doing crack, or maybe I'll turn into this.
All right. Galen obviously isn't in the total psychology of a crack. I don't even know why we're on this. Okay. Last topic. I digress, but thank you guys both for coming. We love you very much.
I thought you were saying to me and Rich, it's your podcast.
Oh no, you dumbass whore. Let me start over. Thank you boys so much for coming. This was beautiful. And now you can get up from your seats.